Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is a show that I have been doing consistently for 67 weeks. And during this show, which airs on Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, typically on Sunday, we have a fantastic time chatting about some things that are top of mind for me, things that may be top of mind for you. And we generally have a fantastic time. As part of this show, I give you a preview of some of the content that comes out from the channel over the course of this week. I also give you a heads up on the podcast and give away a slab. That's, I think, another really big thing that we do here as part of the Ready, Set, Go preview show. We give away a really awesome slab sponsored by our friends over at Go Collect. And I'll tell you, we're going to throw a couple of curveballs today. We're going to be giving away a couple of Kirby cards as well, if I remember to do it this episode. Shout out to my man Juan for hooking me up, for sending me these cards. So I want to try, hopefully, to remember to offer these cards up to you as part of this live stream. And you never know what else may actually come up. You never know what curveballs may be thrown. So I want to welcome everybody to the Ready, Set, Go preview show. I want to say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here in the chat. Daryl, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. And I should also mention that we are simulcasting right now. We are over on the Twitch machine, and we are also here on YouTube. So if you are on Twitch, make sure you drop your comments, and we will certainly show those on screen the same way we are going to do for those people that are active here on the YouTube side as well. So shout out to Daryl. Good to see you, brother. Matthew is here. Backseat drivers in the house. Dylan is here. My Canadian brother, Rush Diehard. It's good to see you, my friend. High Voltage Mark. Randy Snake is in the house, as is Chat. Jim, how you doing? Super honorable nephew. Stand up, my good friend. Tina is in the house. So is Silver Age Surfer, Harvey, Abel, Matthew, Wesley, Johnny, Future, and my man Chuck. What's up, Chuck? It is good to see you guys, and I want to thank you in advance for spending part of your Sunday evening with me. I will tell you that this day has gone by in a blur. It has been a blur for me. I am so thankful that I don't have to work tomorrow because today was a blur. There was a lot of activity here at the house. My daughter did not take a nap for the first time in a very long time. So she had on her cranky pants this evening. Lot of crying. But fingers crossed that she allows me to sleep past 6:15 tomorrow. That would be fantastic if I could sleep just a couple of extra minutes. But we are going to Cuz Buzz in the house. How you doing? Jimbo is up in here. We are going to spend some time talking about a couple of things that caught my attention today when I was, or really this weekend, as I was perusing the internets, when I was not watching Swamp Thing on DC Unlimited, which is dope, by the way. I think, I actually covered Swamp Thing when they shut down production of the show and decided not to do a second season. And at the time that I spoke about it, I had no familiarity, no understanding, no appreciation for Swamp Thing because I had never seen this most recent iteration of the show. But after watching, I don't know, 6 episodes, maybe 7 by this point, the production quality of Swamp Thing is pretty good. It is pretty darn good. I mean, it's not a show that blows you away in any way, shape, or form, but it is an enjoyable show. It is one that you can sit and you can watch and you can actually be entertained. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little bit of escapism, looking for a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of, departure from the norm. And that show is actually pretty darn good. I bought the whole season off of the Apple TV. So shout out to DC for doing its thing. Definitely good to see you guys. I'm scrolling through some of the comments here. What is that? Somebody just watched Toy Story. What was that? Oh man. Jeff, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you. What is this? Yeah, I've seen the previews and it makes one, man, he looks fantastic, bro. He just like made this flower like emerge from his hand a little while ago and like do some magical stuff to the girl. And I don't know what her name is, the girl that the doctor that he's hanging out with, and she sees him as the human that he was before. I mean, she's hungry, so he has another thought, and then some vines come in, and there's like plums and assorted fruit that begin to manifest themselves just because he thought about it. And honestly, it makes me want to go read Swamp Thing. That's honestly what it makes me want to do. And I think that's one of the really cool things about these TV shows, these streaming services, all this stuff. When it's done really well, it invites you, it entices you to actually want to go read the source material. At least that's the feeling that I get. I don't know about everybody else, but Swamp Thing is calling to me like a siren's song. Who's over there? Let's see. I'm trying to find some people over there. There we go. My man, Matt Woods. I think Matt Woods is on both sides right now. I think he's on the Twitch side and on the other. I'll tell you, my Twitch numbers jumped tremendously over this weekend. I think I'm up to 68 followers over on the Twitch machine, which is really, really fantastic. There are like these metrics that you have to meet. There's 4 metrics. I met 3 of them. There is 1 metric left that I need to hit, and it's basically the average viewers. I need to get my average view up, views per episode up, and right now it's relatively low because I was doing streams with like 1 person. So I need to get my average up. So shout out to everybody that's over there on the Twitch machine. If you are on the Twitch machine, put up a comment and I will share it up in the screen. Hopefully I'll be able to actually see it. There we go. What? Twitch freezes. Twitch freezes more for me. That's not good. That is not a good thing. Amazon needs to spend some more money and upgrade those servers so that we don't have Twitches on the Twitch. That's all I'm saying. What is this? My YouTube chat is freezing. You guys are full of complaints. I'm teasing. I'm not going to get myself down any rabbit holes today. We're going to do better today. All right. So there is some news out there, and I think that there is some positive news out there that I want to share with you guys. Everybody and their mother knows that the world, by and large, has been shut down as a result of Voldemort. And because of Voldemort, all of the stuff that we were excited about this year has been postponed or delayed or canceled or whatever, or is still in limbo, right? There's stuff that is happening in October and November. We are like, please, Voldemort, go away so that we can enjoy certain aspects of life. But there was a bright spot. There was a bright spot that caught my attention over the course of this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Avatar is resuming filming in New Zealand. And Avatar 1, I'm going to be honest, was just super dope. Avatar 1 was an incredible movie. And so I'm very pleased to say this is actually news that broke, I think just yesterday, that James Cameron is basically signaling that they are going to resume filming Avatar over in New Zealand starting this coming week. And they actually released on the producer released some photos on his Instagram machine showing some scenes here, some settings over in New Zealand, basically saying the settings are ready and it is going down. So I think this is definitely some bright spots out there for us to think about. Why? Because Avatar is the first major Hollywood production to actually resume filming after the entire industry basically shut down in March. And so I think that this is fantastic news. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed that all of the other things that have been put on hold will now hopefully start to be rescheduled and restarted and all that other good stuff, man, because it was supposed to be in many ways a magical year. It was supposed to be a fantastic year of movies intertwined with new TV shows on the streaming services that were supposed to be released over the course of this year. And shut down. Whoa. The CW picked up the rights to Swamp Thing TV series and what? Shut the front door, said Adam Close. That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, sign me up for that. Tina's like, I love some Swamp Thing. It is, man, I'm telling you, makes me want to go dig for some Swamp Thing. I'll tell you that right now. Scrolling down through the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. But I lost the chat, so pardon me as I scroll back up. Jeffrey's like, I love it too. Sith Lord is like, I haven't seen Avatar 1. Well, brother, you have plenty of time. It is like a 12-hour movie, so you have plenty of time. They just started filming Avatar 2, so by the time you finish 1, 2 should be ready. 2 should be ready for you. Myers like, I liked it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Backseat driver talking about it. Mark, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you, my friend. Jay says, I'm not a Twitcher. Perfectly okay with you too. Brother, you don't want to be a Twitcher. That would, being a Twitcher is probably going to be a really bad thing, you know, so don't be a Twitcher. Don't be a Twitcher. Let me scroll down so through the comments here, see what else you guys are talking about. Avatar 1 was a remake of another movie back in the day. You guys, oh, my man Joe is over there. Joe is over on the Twitch machine. I see you, brother. Thank you very much right here, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. It honestly wasn't until I was watching this new version of Swamp Thing that I remember seeing an old version of Swamp Thing back in the day. Right. It's amazing how images can trigger certain memories. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think I've ever seen that Swamp Thing, that one from back in the day since then, but something triggered it when I was sitting there watching Swamp Thing today. And it is really well done, man. The other thing I've been thinking a lot about, you guys remember Manimal? I think it was Manimal. The guy used to turn into other things. And I just remember his hand doing this when he turned into a panther. I think it was called Manimal. I may have to find that on the YouTube because that's one of those old shows that I might want to watch again. Quest Dog's like, I wasn't impressed. I'm not mad at you, brother. I'm not mad at you. Scrolling down through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. Yeah, the blue wrenches are in here. Wreck and shop. You guys do what you got to do. Wreck shop up in here. Scrolling down through the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. Manimal. There we go. So maybe I was right about that one. There we go. Yes, I love Manimal as a kid. Man, I'm telling you, there was something that triggered that memory of Manimal for me today. And then I was thinking, I found a comic. I was digging in the storage thing, and I saw Ultraman, and I remember Ultraman from back in the day. It was like all these crazy, just this flooding of memories that just has been coming back to me over the course of this weekend, which I just think is really, really fantastic. So, one season wonder. Let me scroll down. Wesley, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Manimal, Auto. I don't remember Automan. Misfits of Science. I don't remember those. It's one of those things that if I saw it, I might remember it, but off the top of my head, I cannot remember. That's crazy. That's crazy. You guys are awesome, man. You guys have great memories. All right. So the one thing, again, I wanted to mention here was around Avatar #2 is resuming filming over in New Zealand. My guess is that the Voldemort over there isn't as significant as it is in other countries. So I'm pleased to see that James Cameron is starting production back up. I hope everything goes well. Not that I'm crazy excited about Avatar, right? So let's not confuse it. I think Avatar 1 was cool. I enjoyed it. I'm more excited about the possibilities of what may be happening in Hollywood as a result of such a large production deciding that it is okay to restart. And so my hope is that maybe this is a sign of things to come. Now, as you would imagine, that first story is also a setup. It is also a setup for the next thing that I want to talk about. So I think everybody out there knows that Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man. And not only do they own the rights to Spider-Man, they actually own the entire Spider-Man universe, much to my chagrin. And that universe actually includes, to my knowledge, based upon research that I did a few months ago, roughly 900 characters make up the Spider-Man universe. And Sony is trying to make use of that universe. They've had some success with like the Venom movie. They have the Venom 2 movie coming, and they are signaling that they are going to make some additional magic happen. And one of the things that they are thinking about dropping is a female centric Marvel film. Sony is developing a secret, I don't know how secret it is right now, a female centric Marvel film. And so don't be confused, because I think it is a Sony production. I think what they're saying, Marvel as in Marvel characters. But this was released a couple of days ago. This movie, and this report actually came out of Variety, which is a pretty reputable source. They are talking about bringing out a show, a movie that is focused on Madam Web. And you guys remember, Madam Web actually appeared in Amazing Spider-Man number 210. It's an interesting character. And I actually want to go back and read a little bit of ASM 210 myself to remind myself of who Madam Web is and the role that she played. But it could be interesting if they decide to do this. And in the comics, Madam Web was historically a slightly decrepit older woman who was blind, right? Maybe not the best way to describe her. Maybe that's not the way that I should do it. She was an older woman that was blind, I do believe. And I believe that she served almost like a mentor to Peter. But what they are actually trying to do, I believe, is to find a younger actress to portray her. My guess is for the long term, the longevity of this particular character. Maybe they're seeing multiple movies, multiple appearances, that kind of thing. So they're looking for a younger person that can actually play Madam Web. And so if these rumors are true, we could see some things happen with Amazing Spider-Man 210. I will tell you that Amazing Spider-Man 210 has been up, it's been down, it's been up, it's been down. It's been on various hot lists, various cool lists, because these rumors around Madam Web are not necessarily new. These have swirled around for quite some time, the same way that the Black Cat movie and the Silver Sable movie, those were like alternating at various points over the last couple of years. But if the rumors are true, there could be some magic that actually happens with Madam Web down the road. Again, Amazing Spider-Man 210 is Madam Web's first appearance. According to Key Collector app, she only had like 3 major things. There was like her first appearance, her death, and then I think she had a daughter. I think those were like the 3 instances in which Madam Web actually appeared. So let me pop over to the chat real quick, see what you guys are talking about. Scrolling down. The Swamp Thing movie, I see you, brother. A couple of people calling for smashing the like button. I definitely appreciate that. My man Deuces Boy is saying that Twitch is working fine. Scrolling down through the comments, seeing what else you guys are talking about. What is this? I'm here to find out what the hot comics are. Been out of the floppies for almost 3 years. No, you need to get floppy again, brother. You have to get floppy again. I'm gonna just say that. I remember Madam Web from the Spider-Man 1995 cartoon. She picked Peter from the universe to lead the Secret War, says Jamie. Thank you for that knowledge drop. I definitely appreciate that. Betty White. That, bro, fan cast, well done, sir. Betty White, she would actually do a good one. Greek Freak, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. I definitely appreciate that. What is this? Has Madam Web appeared in any other? Nope. And that's what I'm saying. I think she had like 3 major things: her first appearance, her death, and I think she had a kid at one point. I want to say that those were the 3 that I saw, and I could have gotten that first one or that middle one wrong, right? But she definitely had a first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 210. She definitely died at one point. And so I don't think that she's played a major role, but I think that that's kind of maybe, and if you listen to what I'm about to talk about in a second, that might be what Sony is trying to do, is to leverage these characters that don't have these rich histories, if you will, for them to mess up. They're maybe playing around the edges. They want to play around the fringes with some of these characters because there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room for them to play without having to tie in all kinds of stuff. And if you think about it, I mean, you know, there's a lot of characters, if you will, that are in the Spider-Man universe that they can pick from. And for some reason or another, this Madam Web is speaking to somebody, as is the Black Cat and the Silver Sable, because these are characters that keep coming up again and again and again. So there's something to that. Mikey says, Mikey Sutton, is that the original Mikey Sutton, or is that somebody borrowing Mikey Sutton's name? She'll pave the way into the Spider-Verse live action, says this person. What is this? Sony needs to give Spider-Man, make a deal with Marvel. Man, that'd be dope. There are rumors out there, man. I'll tell you right now. There are rumors out there that, and I'm hesitant to do this just because it comes from another YouTube channel, but there are rumors out there that Marvel actually has already retained the rights to Namor. That is the latest rumor that I've heard, is that they already have the rights to Namor and will potentially be introducing Namor into a movie at some point down in the future. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about that, and a lot of speculation has been about, we hope that he'll appear. We think that he'll appear if Marvel can get the rights, if Marvel can negotiate with Universal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The latest is that Marvel already has the rights. And so that'll be definitely interesting to see what actually happens with that. Yeah, that was the question, Rush. That is indeed the question. Is it the real Mikey Sutton? Scrolling down, John's Comics with Kids. How you doing, brother? Mr. says, I'm down for a Silver Sable and the Wild Pack appearance. I think it was supposed to be called Silver and Black, and it was supposed to be like a team up movie or something like that with Black Cat and Silver Sable. So we'll see. Namor is the backup. If Black Panther is out, says Deuce's boy. Scrolling down, what is this? Honestly, how many are you going to say I'm going with the family to see Madam Web and skipping Avengers 6? But here's the thing. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I mean, I think that's forcing people to make a choice, but that may not be the choice. But who honestly amongst us saw Guardians of the Galaxy being dope? Who amongst us thought that was going to be a hit? And I'll tell you, honestly, Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my favorite Marvel movies. I love the music. I love the humor. I love the action scenes. I like all of them. And I actually read Guardians of the Galaxy back in the day. Back in the 90s, I actually have a full run of Guardians of the Galaxy over here because I liked it back when I was originally collecting and bought a lot of that stuff. I didn't think it was going to be a hit. And it is pretty darn good. It is pretty darn good. So my thing is, my point is this. If they do the script right, if they do the story and they film it right and they edit it right, it could be fantastic. The same way that a movie with a classic character like Spider-Man could be a flop, right? Anything is possible depending upon who the producer is, who the director is, who the actor is, who's writing the script, et cetera, et cetera. So fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed that some magic actually happens, right? Who was that? Kimball was saying something about, what just happened in the chat? I lost a lot of that. Man, I'm telling you, my kids were sitting here dancing around to Groot the other day, and it was part 3. I think it was part 3 where they were fighting that space alien and little baby Groot was dancing around. My kids were dancing like that. I'm telling you, it is really well done. Nobody saw that coming. What is this? No lie. I was excited when I heard they were going to make Guardians of the Galaxy. I was looking forward to seeing the space scenes. That's what's up, man. That is what's up. Scrolling down through the comments, making sure that I don't miss anything. James Gunn is a great director. Then you remember he did the live action. Oh, well done. Well played, sir. Well played. Oh, man, that is well done. All right. So far, we've basically talked about Avatar 2 coming back, and we basically talked about that because it might be a sign that they're going to start filming things again in Hollywood, which is a really good thing, especially for the timeline of movies that has already been pushed back once. We segued into the fact that Sony is going to be releasing, hopefully at some point, maybe possibly down the road, something related to Madam Web, who had a first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 210. So if you don't have that, you may want to check check it out. Do not pay a lot of money for it. Please, please, whatever you do, do not pay a whole lot of money for some things that may never come to life. All right. So, Ja, how you doing, brother? Says Silk. Silk would be cool, man. I actually do like that character. For real. So, all right. So let's go ahead and we're going to segue to the third thing that I want to talk about. And the third thing is a little more convoluted. It's a little more convoluted, but it is still in line with what we were just talking about, which is the fact that Sony owns 900 characters that are part of the Spider-Man universe, and that they are making use of some maybe lesser known characters for whatever reason, right? Maybe it's because there isn't a whole lot of baggage associated with those characters and they have some latitude. And then the big thing is, how well can they make that movie, right? And to that point, they are potentially going to be doing a movie. Somebody said something about cardiac. Oh, was that in this thing? If that was somebody in this thing, dope. I applaud a cardiac pickup. But they are actually talking about, Sony that is, doing another Spider-Man movie using a character named Jackpot. And I want to pause there because I don't think that any of us have ever heard of Jackpot. I personally have never heard of Jackpot. I'm gonna be completely honest, and I'm a Spider-Man fan. But clearly I missed a couple of issues because Jackpot is a real character. It is a real character, and she is maybe the best way of actually saying it. That would be dope if that did. So let's talk a little bit about this one. So Jackpot is a character that has a little bit of a convoluted kind of origin. And I have notes here because I would never remember this stuff. So apparently Jackpot is a character that actually had her first appearance in a free comic book day comic from 2007. Free comic book day comic 2007. That was the first Jackpot. Just realized I probably should have had an image for you guys. My bad on that one. But that was the first Jackpot. Now, the first Jackpot didn't last very long. I don't know what happened to her. I have not read all that much on the first Jackpot. But then if from what I just said, you can imply that there is a second Jackpot. And if you did make that implication, you are correct. There was a second Jackpot who actually had a cameo in continuity in Amazing Spider-Man 546. So second Jackpot cameo, Amazing Spider-Man 546. That second Jackpot then had a first full appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 549. So I do believe, well, I know for a fact that I have 546 and I also have 549. I do not know if I have Free Comic Book Day 2007. So I'm actually going to be trying to see if I can find that somewhere in these boxes here. But that's another thing that I wanted to kind of hip you to. There is a chance that Sony could be making another movie. And so the second Jackpot actually appeared in the Brand New Day era. That was a time period. I cannot put a year to it. I would be lying if I tried to do that. But I at least wanted to frame it up for you guys that there were at least two Jackpots. If you do decide to do something here with this, you want to make sure that you're getting the right books. So just want to hip you guys to that one. Let me pop back to the chat, see what you guys are talking about. But not sure how I feel about those, brother. I hear you for certain. You know, the thing is, there's not a whole lot of news going on right now for whatever reason, which is kind of interesting. So I'm kind of scraping the bottom of the barrels. Marvel loves their redheads, Red Ocean. My bad, brother. My bad. Oh my, what is this? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Matt Wood says, I remember reading about a new character, so I picked up 2 copies of that book, forgot all about it until last week when they announced the Jackpot movie. There you go, Matt Woods. That is how you fish the blue ocean. That is how you fish the blue ocean right there. You pick them up ahead of time. You pick them up before Reggie says something about it. Let me scroll down through the comments. Supposedly, all the female Spideys are coming to live action. Yeah, I mean, there's been those rumors out there that Marvel was going to do an all-female team, and now those same kind of rumors are going out there around Sony doing some female stuff. You know, who knows, man? Who knows? You know, if you have an opportunity to pick these books up, I don't think you can go wrong with first appearances, right? And the goal is to pick this stuff up before people start to talk about it, before there's all this news, because, you know, that the news and people talking about it makes it red ocean. You know, it makes it red ocean. The best thing you can do is a couple of things. One, pick the books up before people start talking about them. Anticipate what's going to happen in the market. The other thing is, you know, if you hear about this stuff, go digging in your own collection, because like Matt just pointed out, you may actually already have these books, and that is the sweet place to be. That is the sweet place to be when you already have the book in your collection and you don't have to go out and buy it. That is the place to be. So scrolling down through some of the comments here, seeing what else you guys are talking about. Sony is, oh man, where'd that go? Where did that go? Somebody says Sony squeezing all the juice out. Yeah, I heard a little bit. Yeah, Mr. Negative. There are some rumors about Mr. Negative possibly being in one of the Spider-Verse. I saw some of that stuff up there as well. I missed a comment. Somebody saying something about squeezing all the juice out of Spider-Man. L. Smith, Sony is taking the easy way, using lesser known characters, not much for the fans to compare to. Exactly. Because you guys know, as soon as a movie drops, we're in there and we're like, this isn't from the comic. This is not what happened. You whispering to your friend in the movie, let me tell you what actually happened, because this isn't what happened. Let me tell you what, right? That's what we do. And this isn't true. This isn't in continuity. And so again, that is part of what they're doing. Because why? To make it true to the comic, but also special, so that it's a little bit different. That takes some talent, man. That takes some talent. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, L. Smith, man, and I think you probably agree with this. Take the easy road, but make it a good movie. Take the easy road, make it a good movie, and it'll be all right with me, you know? Super honorable nephew. Yeah, man. There's, you know, people feel a certain way. Reggie, you hear about Marvel Previews guy being in the weekly? No, I did not hear that. I struggle with previews magazines, right? Because they're not in continuity. So I struggle with the values of those. I think that like the previews magazines and some of the other preview like books that are out there, I think that they're cool. I think that, you know, I have a lot of those for Spider-Man when the black costume appeared that I think are cool parts of the hobby. But in my mind, in continuity stuff is where the magic is. But again, that's partly personal preference. A 9.8 a free comic book day with Jackpot is going for, but that is redunculous. That is redunculous. No, I will not pay that. I will not pay that. Scrolling down through the comments here. There we go. Oh, to already have something in your collection. Just Pele, bro. People are like, well, why? Why did you buy those books? Part of the why is when news drops of a cool book suddenly being hot, I just go to storage. Just Pele also has a very large and robust comic book collection, a personal collection, and a shop collection. So shout out to him. Yeah. It's a good position to be in, man. I'm like, hey, let everything be hot. I'm cool with that. Rumors floating around that Ryan Reynolds is going back to DC to play Green Lantern again, since Marvel has no plans for Deb. Hey, you know, that Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds, it was okay. It was okay. But hey, as an actor, find your money as an actor. You have to go get your money and do what you have to do. Very true. Correct my brother about everything. Joe has no faith in Sony. I respect it, man. I respect it, brother. There you go. See, L. Smith. I knew you would agree with it, because it's like, at the end of the day, if I'm going to give some money up, at least let me be entertained. At least let me enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I think we're all on the same page by and large, man. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. We need to not talk about Miles Morales. I want everybody out there to stop talking about Miles Morales so that I can get some first appearances of Miles Morales. I need everybody not to talk about Miles. And Miles Morales previews was the book in the recent Tom 10. I did not see any of that. I'm going to be honest. I did not see any of that. Is that a drinking game? Is that a drinking game for me now? Scrolling down through some of the comments. Oh man, I lost it. Sometimes it shoot. There you go. 100K comics just increases your odds of winning the lotto. And the thing is that it only helps me if I turn around and sell stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the interesting things about speculation when Hot List drops and people go and buy that book, right? It's cool that you bought it. Now you own it. But the only way that you actually realize the value of that is if you actually sell it. So you kind of have to like buy it and sell it at the same time to really realize the benefit of that versus being like, I already have that book in my collection. It's cool that it's hot. And if you choose to realize that income, you can definitely do that. But if you buy it, then you more than likely are buying it above what it's actually worth, right? At the present moment. So you basically have to hold it. And that's one of the tricky things about responding to hot lists and stuff like that. Scrolling down to some of the comments here, it actually got away from me just a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody has to play Green Lantern in the Justice League, the Snyder cut, but it won't be Reynolds. If you can't say something nice, sometimes you don't say anything at all. Hey, bro, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that at all. If you don't have to sell anything, you don't have to sell anything if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I accepted Marvel Age as the true first, but using previews is just going too far. I respect it, brother. I respect it. You guys are, what is this? Don't, there you go. There you go. Do not feel that you have to sell your books, man. Free Comic Book Day is an actual book. Previews is just a preview. I won't be buying previews. Hey, I respect it. The thing is, man, is that you have to draw a line somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I think the market has decided that previews magazines are not where the action is, right? In my mind, it has to be in continuity, unless like the creator says something crazy, unless the creator is like, what was it? The one with the horns and the red one, Hellboy, right? Hellboy, I don't think, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, is not in continuity. I do not think that it's in continuity, but the creator was like, yes, this is the first appearance. Cool. Creator, I respect you. Your call. I'm on board with that, right? But I think you have to have limits for where you decide to where you decide to put your money down, you know, and if you decide that that's not for you, that's actually pretty cool, right? Thoughts on CBS? Is that CBS, CBC, CGC? Is that CGC? We talk about that a lot. Oh, yeah, you did correct it right there. I see it. My thoughts, I think they're dope. I interviewed CGC and a creator about the signings, and I think that it's a win-win-win, right? I think that these signings are a win-win-win. They're a win for the creator because they put money in the creator's pockets who otherwise are not making as much money because there's no cons. It's a win for CGC because they get business coming in, right? Because there were no cons, and it's a win for us as collectors and people who want to get their book signed. So it is a win-win-win. I think it's fantastic what they are doing. I think it's fantastic. Reggie, did I pick up Free Comic Book Day 2019 ASM? I want to say yes. I cannot picture the cover of it, but anytime there is Free Comic Book Day, I always grab the Spidey if there's a Spidey. So I want to say yes, but I would have to look it up to make sure, bro. And I actually have some of those Free Comic Book Day in the short box that is behind my screen right there. So all right. So let me keep this conversation moving. Let me keep this. Oh, you know what? Here's a question. Maynard is asking a question. There are many comic books that I regret selling. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. But I don't let it bother me. There are books that I've sold that I wish I had not sold. There's books that I've actually given away that I wish that I had not given away. A couple of times I've given a book and it was like in the mail, And then it comes out on a hot list, and I'm like, man, I should have held that, But the reality again is I would have had to have sold the book in order to realize the profit, right? But yeah, there are many instances where I've actually sold something or given something away and had a little bit of regret. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I think that the people that ended up receiving those books appreciated those books. And hopefully, those books will be part of their collection for a long time. I think that is my hope. Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, you guys, again, I think you guys sometimes have a better memory than me about certain stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys bring up, I think it was somebody teasing me about all my Reggie-isms the other day. But yeah, I think you guys remember some of this stuff better than I, but I want to say that I do have that book, but I would definitely have to look. All right. So we're going to keep this thing moving forward. We've spoken about 3 different items that are in the news. And if you have come into the chat a little bit late, you can definitely scroll up to watch this thing back on replay to get caught up. So I want to give you guys a heads up on some of the content that is going to be coming up from the channel over the course of this week. And then we're going to segue into giving away a really cool book here. So there's a couple of videos that are going to be dropping from the channel over the course of this week. One of the videos is one that, well, it's a topic that you guys, a couple of you have asked me about, and it's about using credit. It's about using credit to buy comics. And I recorded a video in which I basically shared my thoughts on using credit to buy comics. And there is somebody in this chat that is mentioned in that video. There is somebody in this chat that is mentioned in this video. And I have a feeling that that person will respond exactly how I think that they're going to respond when they hear me talk about this particular topic. So using credit to buy comics is one of the videos. I'm also going to be digging in my shorts. And I saw somebody earlier today make a comment. They said, I don't know if I want to be part of a grown man digging in the shorts, but if it's short boxes, sign me up. And, my thought is treat yourself. Treat yourself. You never know what you're going to like until you know. So I will be digging in my shorts this week. And I think this is a video where I literally go through a box with you guys from the collection. Literally go through the box for the first time. Well, technically it's not the first time because I kind of flipped through it to see what was in there to make sure that I wanted to bring it back to my house. That's another story. But I think this is the video where I'm actually going to be literally going through the box at the same time as you guys. And so I think it'll be a good video. I think you guys will enjoy it. Another video that I'll be dropping is a video in which I talk about a Reggie-ism. There are phrases that I use from time to time that I think people understand, but I'm not always quite sure. So I'm actually going to address one of my Reggie-isms. And then I'm also in that same video going to share a digital AOK with you. I've had a couple of people send me a few digital AOKs recently. One of them was that Daredevil Punisher that I made available on my website, regiecollects.com, within the shop for free. It is a wallpaper that you can download for your computer, your cell phone, whatever it happens to be. But then there was another digital AOK that actually came in from someone that I'm actually going to share in a video. And then the very last video that will be coming out this week is an Alex Schomburg comic that I picked up. Alex Schomburg comic. The very, very talented Golden Age artist, Alex Schomburg. At some point, I would love to get one of his Human Torch books from back in the day, from the Golden Age. And so I will be sharing a book in a video by him. So those are the 4 videos that are going to be dropping this week. I'm also probably going to go live a couple of times this week as well. And what I may actually be doing a couple of Twitch only live streams again. We'll see what I'm able to muster. I may go live tomorrow because it's a holiday, so I may go live tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier than I normally do to give you guys a little bit of entertainment. And then there's also going to be one podcast that is going to be coming out. The podcast will be released tomorrow, Monday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Why? Because it's a holiday, yes, but I always release a podcast on Monday, so there will be a podcast that is going to come out on Monday. I hope you guys will listen to that. The podcast is available on all the platforms, right? Wherever you choose to listen to podcasts, I do believe that my podcast is there. If you search for Regie Collects, you should be able to find it. All right. So those are the announcements related to the videos that are going to be coming out this week. And now I want to go ahead and give away a cool book. And I definitely want to encourage you guys to stick around because I have another cool book that is sitting off to my right that I'll actually show you that will be given away as part of this week's video. But this is the book. This is the book that we're going to be giving away. And I want to say that this giveaway was one of the largest giveaways ever. It was one of the largest giveaways ever. And if you saw the list earlier today, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is Captain Marvel number 33, The Origin of Thanos. It is a 9.4. This book will be shipped out to someone very, very soon. If you are the lucky winner of this book, all you have to do is to send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com, providing me with your screen name, your government name, your mail-in address, and I'll bundle this up. As part of it, you also need to let me know whether you want a t-shirt, and I still have 2 t-shirts. I have an extra large light gray and I have a large dark gray. These are the only 2 shirts, the only 2 sizes. So if you are the winner, let me know what your shirt size preference is, and I will bundle that up along with the Go Collect exclusive variant and this very fantastic Captain Marvel, and I will get this stuff sent out to you. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys, and we're going to do a little bit different. I'm going to probably scroll very swiftly through this list. You guys have seen this list. It gets posted up first thing in the morning every Sunday night. Every Sunday morning. So I'm not going to go through that very slowly like I typically do. So let me go ahead and wrong screen. Let me go ahead and roll the dice. And as backseat driver pointed out, we typically get some pretty high numbers whenever we roll. And there we have 10. There we have 10. It is just my luck. We always get really big numbers. Shout out to the 160 people that are currently in the live stream right now. Definitely want to encourage you, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, to go ahead and subscribe to the channel now. Turn on notifications so that you can stay abreast of all the content that gets released. And it also makes you eligible for this giveaway. So we're going to randomize this thing one time. Here is the second time. Definitely want to encourage you to hit the like button as well. It's good for the Google algorithm. If you are over on Twitch, shout out to you guys over there for hanging out, helping me get my numbers together over on the Twitch machine. I definitely appreciate that. That is 4 times. Here's the 5th. Scrolling down, that is the 6th. Here is the 7th. That's 8 right there. That's 9. And the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway is Bayou Boy Entertainment. Ooh, Bayou Boy Entertainment, who has been a long time subscriber. Breezy Ballistics is in 2nd place. Taylor in 3rd. And then you can go ahead. Joshua Brown, I see you. All right, the top 10. There we go. That's the top 10. Old Wolf, Ken Solo, Hank, Derek, Edward, Joshua, Christian. I see you guys. There you go. My man, my Canadian brother, Rush Diehard, was in the 12th place. So those are the winners of this. The winner, is Bayou Boy Entertainment. There you go. And then I have a question for you guys. Shout out to Bayou Boy Entertainment. I have a question for you guys. So I have these Kirby cards. And I want to give them away. Should I just give them away to should I just give them away to the top couple of people, or should I randomize the list one more time and give away a couple of packets to the first few people? Right. And I asked this question because I don't know the answer. And here's why I say that. Let's say in 1 week, this book is not claimed, because that has happened. It goes to the 2nd place. We've gotten as low as the 3rd place person that walks away with a book. And so what I don't want to do is always just to give it to the top couple of people, because those top couple of people may actually get the grand prize. And so the question is, do we randomize the list one more time? You know, put one pack in the wood. That's easy for you to say. It's easy for you to say. I can't be giving away all my stuff. But no, that's what I'll probably do, to be honest with you. So still have a nice stack of these. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that. There's a nice healthy amount of these Kirby cards left. I've been mailing these things out left and right. Shout out to Comic Collection Agency, my man Juan. So I'm seeing a lot of do the bottom 5. We see some people do the random. There's a lot. Bottom people says Mike. Top people, oh yeah, randomize. Put 1. Yeah, okay. I see a lot of randomize. All right, so we're gonna randomize it, man. We're gonna randomize it and we're gonna give it away. I think, let's say to the top 3. Let's say to the top 3. All right. So this is the list we were just looking at. We are going to randomize it one more time. One more time. And again, there we go. Again. All right. Joshua Hunter, John, and Backseat Driver. Those are the top 3. Those are the top 3 individuals right there that I will mail these cards out to. And just because we are going to randomize it one more time. We are going to randomize this thing one more time. I told you guys, we're gonna throw some curveballs. We're gonna throw some curveballs. We're gonna randomize it one more time, and you have to be in the room. We're gonna randomize it one more time, and you have to be in the room. So these first 3 people that we just identify right here: Joshua Hunter, John, and also Backseat Driver. Send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com to claim your Kirby cards. I need your name, your mailing address, and we'll get this mailed out to you. All right, but we're gonna randomize this thing one more time. And the name that comes up, if that person is in the room, will actually get this book right here. Web of Spider-Man number 100, 9.8 white pages. I want to say, and if I get this wrong, I'm really going to be really mad at myself. I think Joe Brown sent this to me. I forgot to put a note on the book. It's been sitting here for a while. I want to say that Joe Brown gave me this book. And Joe, if it is you, I want to say thank you for putting me in a position to be able to give away a cool book. And if it's not you and I messed up somebody else's giveaway, I apologize. A lot going on here, so you definitely have my apologies. But I think that I'm right on that one. So shout out to Joe Brown for hooking me up. I was very tempted. I'm going to be honest with you, very tempted to keep this book. Very tempted. But he sent it over to me and he was like, can you give it away? So we are going to give it away. This is I think the first appearance. It's the first appearance of the Spider Armor, the Origin of Night Watch. And it's a really cool foil cover, man. It's a really nice book. So we're going to randomize this list one more time. And the first name that is in here has to be in the room in order to actually win it. All right. So we're going to randomize one more time. And there we go. Harvey Abel. Goodness gracious. And he is in Canada. Harvey Abel is in Canada. Just my luck that I have to mail something to Canada. The Canadians win a lot, man. The Canadians win a lot. Seriously. So if Harvey Abel is still in the room, you have to speak up now. Harvey Abel, if you are in the room, you guys are so expensive, man. Rush, you guys are so expensive. I have some stuff in limbo right now in Canada, man. I'm trying to send some stuff to Canada and the stuff is in limbo. It hurts my heart because I have somebody's money and they do not have what I sent to them. And it makes me angry. Harvey says, I'm back. What did I win? This guy, this Yahoo over here, Shout out to you, Harvey Abel. If you are in the room, you have to claim it. Just right claim, Harvey. What you won, my friend, is you won this book right here. It is Web of Spider-Man number 100. It is a really nice book, 9.8, that I was tempted to keep for myself. But it is yours, Harvey Abel. Make sure you send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com so that I can pass this book over to you. You guys are crazy. The Canadian, I'm gonna need the Canadians to step up. I'm gonna need more Canadians to watch this channel because you guys keep winning and costing me all kinds of money on shipping. Canadians, no, we love our Canadian brothers to the north. We absolutely do. So, all right. So I'm going to wrap this up. I've spent a lot of time over the last 4 days or so talking. So I am going to wrap this up. I am very much tempted to continue chatting with you guys, but I want to get some rest. It's been a very long day. So I want to say a couple of things. I want to say, I forgot to show the other book. Goodness gracious. You guys want to see the other book? You guys want to see it? Let me get Go Collect set up. So make sure I'm logged in. I'll show you guys the other book that this is the book that is actually going to be given away this week. It is that right there. It is Spawn 299, and it is a really, really nice Spawn book. Just a gorgeous Spawn comic. That right there, oh, right there, that green stuff is really, really nice. So this is this week's Go Collect giveaway book. It is Spawn 299. This is the book that I'll be giving away. It's a 9.8, and of course, white pages because it's a brand new book. So let me pop over. Chris is like, I have that on my wall in the top loader. Yeah, I want you to win, but I don't want you to win because you're in Canada. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. All the Canadians are going to send me messages. Please don't. I'm just joking. All right, so let me see if I can find this book. All right, so this book right now, share my screen with you guys. I'm actually over on the Go Collect website. Pop this up for you guys right now. So we'll look at this book. This is the book right here. It is Spawn 299. It is the Fan Expo edition of Spawn. I think that's what this is, right? Because there's only one version. Yeah, that's what that is. So let me pop this up. This book right now has an FMV, I do believe, of $180. So there have been a lot of sales. You can see here, man, somebody paid a lot for that. $255, $161, $163, $165, $166, $167. FMV of $180. This is this week's Go Collect giveaway, Spawn 299 Fan Expo edition. So the question becomes, and this is the question everybody asks me, because there's a lot of people that are still joining the channel. How do I win? You win the books first by being a subscriber. Second, you watch the videos that come out from the channel from Monday to Friday. In one of those videos, there will be a phrase. All you do is capture that phrase. You then head over to the community tab and you look for a post that goes up tonight. The post is already up for this coming week. You find that post, you click on the link. There will be a link. You go to MailChimp. Once on MailChimp, you plug in 3 pieces of information. 2 of them are personal to you. One of them is a phrase that comes from the video that you would have watched over the course of that week. If you cannot find the community tab, if you search for Regie Collects Go Collect giveaway, there is a video where I actually show you how to find the community tab. What I will say to you is, please don't send me emails asking me if I can manually enter you into the contest or if there is an alternate way to enter the contest, because there isn't. There is one way, right? There is one way to enter the contest. And as we just saw, there were like 300 and some odd people that were able to successfully enter. So hopefully this makes sense. This process, there were 336 people this week that entered this week's contest. This process that I use for the giveaways streamlines my life tremendously. It literally used to take me like 2 hours to go through the list the way that I was doing it before. Now I basically get it done in about 15 minutes, maybe 20 if I'm being a little slow and haven't had coffee. So that is the only way to enter the contest is through the community tab, and hopefully you guys will be able to locate it. All right. With that, I am going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank you all for spending a little bit of time with me this Sunday night. I hope that you had a great weekend. I hope that you have a good Memorial Day. I think it's Memorial Day. I hope you have a good holiday. I will probably be going live tomorrow at some point. So I definitely want to encourage you to turn on notifications, stay abreast of what's happening, because I may go live on YouTube, maybe on Twitch. I'm not quite sure, but I will probably go live at some point. If you guys need to reach out to me, you can do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. If you need to send me an email, you can do that as well at Regie@RegieCollects.com. If you're feeling frisky, and I hope you're feeling frisky, I want to encourage you to head over to the website, RegieCollects.com. There's a ton of fantastic information there, including discount codes for my various partners. I have a new blog post that I just put up with all of the materials needed for pressing comics, because people have been asking for that. And there's a couple of other interesting things on the site. So if you're feeling frisky, head over there, check it out. Thank you guys. Have a good night.